The biggest thing I've learned studying spirituality. Hi guys, I'm Ian McMinn and this is Path to Who I Am. The biggest thing I've learned in spirituality, it's not something that I can articulate in one sentence where it will resonate with everyone, where it will be understood by everyone, but I can find a million different ways to articulate it that in each iteration it can really land and resonate with a certain group of people, with certain individuals and so on. But to really cut to the heart of it, there is a certain subtle energy that people have when they're allowing the current to flow in their lives. In other words, they've greased the wheels and they let them run downhill. That is so unique, so special, so magical, that it often leaves a lasting impression on us. And this is the energy of allowing. So I've gotten to study this stuff for going on 13 years now. And sorry, getting a call there. And a lot of people will say, Ian, you got into this stuff so early, you must have been really ahead of the curve. You must have been really sharp, very wise for your age. The truth is, it was really the opposite. I have been, I came to this place, maybe didn't come to this place this way, but definitely ended up being an incredibly neurotic, incredibly resistance-filled kid that led me at 16 to dive into the world of meditation, namely Buddhism, and to go on to study a number of other traditions, as well to really understand my own mind and transform my relationship with my life. And really, there is a single thing that I've learned and that I'm continuing to learn. I'm always learning new things about it, which is this art of letting go in the moment, flowing with what's going on instead of resisting. In any given moment, there is this subtle binary, which is I can slightly resist more than I am right now, or I can slightly relax more than I am right now. And I can, in this second choice, flow with what's going on, begin to loosen up, begin to not judge everything and react to everything as it comes up, but just sort of flow with it. So this is the key here. One, the resistance-filled option is very reactive. It's very lizard brain. It's very reactionary. It has negative emotions come out of nowhere. It's very defensive. The other is very non-reactive. It's taking things as they come. It's moving with a certain grace through whatever comes up. So the key here is that to know that in any given moment we have this binary, but the way that we can make things really simple for us is by filling our lives with practices and activities that we enjoy, that because we enjoy them really greases the wheels. For me, something that I have resumed doing that I did in the past, but that I've resumed doing recently is the Wim Hof method. For those that don't know, Wim Hof is a gentleman that developed the Tibetan practice of the Tomo, which is fire breath, into a modern context to help people with cold therapy when they do cold plunges, things like that. I use the Wim Hof method, not for cold plunges, though I do those as well when I have access to the equipment. But I simply do the Wim Hof method every morning and every afternoon, so twice a day, laying down. It involves intense in and out breathing, something of that nature. You can research further and research more about it if you like, WIM space HOF. But I do that twice a day because I find that I release all my reactive energy, or a lot of it, 90+% of it, and it just lets me flow even more with my day. So this is something that I did in the past. I've recently started doing it the past month or so, and I continue to do it. I plan on continuing to do it. But the reason why I do it is for this simple thing. It's for this simple flowing a little bit more each moment versus reacting a little bit more and resisting a little bit more and insisting a little bit more. So this is the other piece. I can either have no insistence on how my life needs to look, and which is that sort of forcing. When I'm insisting, the other side, on how my life needs to look, when it doesn't look that way, it causes me to tense up. So by dropping the insistence of how things need to look, I can flow, right? And paradoxically, I can start to have more and more positive outcomes in my life because I'm flowing with things. I'm allowing opportunities in. I see opportunities as what they are, which is opportunities for greater growth, right? Instead of reacting and seeing everything as negative. The world is out to get me. There's global conspiracies. I should be scared. Things are crumbling. Nobody likes me. I'm not worth it, etc., etc. There's a million different ways that I can cause resistance for myself. On the other side, I'm just going to relax. I'm going to flow with this. I'm going to do what needs to get done, but from a place of grace. I'm going to do what calls to me, and knowing it's my deepest joy, etc., etc. Whatever we're doing, I'm flowing more, I'm flowing more, I'm flowing more. So this is really the biggest point here. This is the biggest binary that I've learned. And it's a continual journey. I've shared in past videos like breakthroughs I've had where I realize, oh, I've had a lot of resistance on this topic, right? The reason why I get to have those breakthroughs, but where I have resistance, is I'm flowing intentionally with where I don't, right? And that allows me to expand this kind of, if we think of it as this region where I can flow in my life, I'm always expanding the borders, right? I'm sort of like conquering unknown lands. And the more I expand, the more I'll expose triggers, and the more I'll release those, and the more I'll be able to flow in that new terrain, right? So it's a never-ending process. So that's why it's actually good that we always have more negativity to come up and more triggers to arise, et cetera, it's the symptom of us growing when we come from this place. So I'm going to flow more and more in every moment, right? The river flows stronger and stronger, and it encounters the boulders, the rocks, the things in the way, the things that are damming things up. And the water gets to push through that. It gets to erode away at those. And eventually, the path of the river gets to widen, right? So this is what really every video is about, but this is another way to articulate it. I can be tensing up a little bit more in every moment and more fearful, more afraid, more negative, or I can be loosening up, loosening up, loosening up. And so we can have different practices that we enjoy. These are things that I specifically do because I enjoy them. One, because two, I notice it helps me flow more. So it makes my life more peaceful and positive, right? And I can fill my mornings with that. I can have certain practices in place. And then I can also be inspired to do activities to pursue the things I need to do and the things I want to do in ways that are most joyful, right? So this is essentially it. This is the one thing I've learned, the biggest thing I've learned in this 13 years of study. And it's a never-ending journey, right? So there's always new levels. That perimeter is always expanding. And and so the new push for me that I'm excited for, I'm going to be organizing retreats. This is something that I'm getting going. So in the coming months, in all of these videos from here on out, I'll be bringing up updates when they're pertinent, but very interesting in doing retreats. That is going to be the main focus of how I help people, in-person retreats. When I have things going, I already know 2 cities in which I'll be doing them. But once, I have them in place, I will share more here. But anyway, guys, this is the biggest thing I've learned in all my years of study of spirituality. I'm Ian McMinn. This is Path to Who I Am. Links in the description for working with me one-on-one as well. But I will keep you guys posted as well on those in-person retreats. As I said, it will be my main focus. So I will see you guys on the next one, and I hope you enjoyed it today.